We often view human history as a steady, upward climb, but beneath the surface, our civilizations are trapped in a continuous loop of physical decay, governed by the same thermodynamic laws that burn out stars. This is social entropy. Without a unifying, stabilizing force, complex human systems naturally lose energy, fracture, and degrade into chaos. Historical collapses are rarely just the result of bad luck or poor leadership. They are the predictable mathematical outcomes of a rule of mediocrity in how we structure our world. If we ignore the physics of how systems actually hold themselves together, our current global civilization will follow the same path to ruin as every empire before it. To see the danger, we have to look past political labels and view the extreme regimes of the 20th century as profoundly imbalanced equations. The Stalinist USSR attempted to survive on a massive ideological structure, its form, while almost entirely eliminating individual action and rights. This created a structural imbalance that no amount of military force could sustain. Albert Einstein saw this coming in 1945. He argued that the era of the nation-state was over, and that without a scientifically grounded world power, humanity was mathematically guaranteed to destroy itself in a nuclear age. Today, we try to survive through fragmented, single-issue treaties, like the Paris Agreement. These address isolated symptoms, but they lack the systemic depth to manage the total entropy of a globalized species. As our complexity increases, our margin for error shrinks. Without a unified operational baseline to manage that complexity, Armageddon moves from a possibility to a mathematical certainty. To find a way out, we have to look at the fundamental physics of stability. What mechanism prevents an atom from collapsing, or keeps a galaxy from flying apart? U-theory proposes that all stable existence, from quarks to civilizations, relies on a minimal complete set of 3 irreducible pillars. The first pillar is form, identity and rules. The second is position, environmental context. The third is action, behavior and justice. In U-theory, stability is the geometric mean, the cube root of form times position times action. If a system fails to satisfy any one of these 3 parameters, it mathematically loses its right to exist in a stable state. This multiplication is the Armageddon factor. Because the pillars are multiplied, a 0 in any single category, like a total lack of human rights, causes the entire system's stability score to instantly plummet to 0. Historic totalitarian regimes, prioritizing ideology while crushing individual rights, consistently yield a U-score around 0.15. But a system becomes self-sustaining only when its U-score crosses 0.618, the golden ratio threshold, where triadic coherence resists external entropy. While traditional physics studies the mirrors of the universe, space, time, and energy, U-theory focuses on the meaning reflected within them. It looks at the structural integrity of the thing itself. From this perspective, morality and justice aren't just abstract social choices, they are rigid structural requirements for maintaining physical order in a chaotic universe. We are currently managing global-scale risks with local-scale tools. As our complexity increases, the math of our existing systems is beginning to break under the weight of its own entropy. Solving this requires a shift in how we process governance. Because human institutions have grown too complex for manual management, we need a planetary operating system that uses AI to monitor and balance these U-scores in real time. In this model, stock markets would no longer value companies based on extractive growth, but on their U-score, their proven ability to maintain stability, ethics, and justice. Elections would shift away from partisan rhetoric toward a measurable mathematical track record. We would finally have an objective metric for progress. Algorithmizing ethics is the only way to align our survival with the scale-invariant laws of nature. It moves morality from a debate to a metric. This balanced world is a state of homeostasis, a living, dynamic equilibrium that requires constant adaptation to stay within the golden ratio. We must voluntarily align our civilizations with this universal formula of existence. If we don't, nature will inevitably correct the imbalance for us. We must master the math of our own survival, or we will become the forgotten echo of another collapsed civilization.